Hey everyone, thanks for coming to my video about how to make images for Backpage. If the audio is a little bit bad, I apologize. I don't have my headset with me, so just bear with me here. I'm going to pull up this program called Paint.net. So if you don't have or you know how to use Photoshop or any kind of crazy editing programs, there'll be a link in the description to download this program. It's free. You can actually add quite a few plugins with this program as well, but I'm just going to go over the basics here. So what I'm going to do is these images I'm going to create, they're going to basically make it so that the text that I put on the image really stands out for you so that people can read it very clearly. So I'll just show you a couple tricks here. So first of all, I'm just going to open my image. So I'm going to grab something that I already downloaded. I'm not going to go download something now just to save time for this video. So this is a common image I've used before. So it's a mother and a child at the laptop. So just wait for that to open. So as you can see, it's got quite a bit of a white background here, okay? So if I were to use white text or something light colored, it's not going to really show up, okay? So what I'm going to do over here is you'll see this little window called Layers that's open. If it's not open, you can go over here to Window, and right here is Layers. So click on that, or you can click F7, and that will pull up this window. So what I'm going to do is I want to create another layer for this, so I'm going to click the little plus sign to add a new layer. And as you can see here, that it's a PNG, so which means that any text that I write here is just going to have a clear background, okay? So this one is selected here. If I select this one, it's going to change anything on this image, but this is a blank one, okay? So it's like a blank canvas that I'm working with that I can move around if I want. So what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to grab text. I'm going to increase the size a little bit, maybe just start with 20 and see how it works. We'll go for let's say like a gray text, because I'm going to create this as like a 3D text, okay? As you can see here, I'll put it a little bit bigger, so I'll put it to 24. So let's come up with something here clever to say. So it's a woman and a child and a laptop. So let's say, I love working, let's see, I love working from home. Actually, this text, maybe let's make it bold. I'm going to pick something a little bit catchier. I like to use impact. It looks pretty good. So where we got it here. All right, there's impact. So let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's go for 28. So I love working from home. Now I'm going to move the text over here, put another couple lines. No boss. No commute. I don't really want that over the child's head, so what I can do is change the text size a little bit here. Okay, so now I have this layer here with this gray text, okay? So I'm just going to go over to this rectangle select. This kind of resets things so I can just unselect all the tools that I'm using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another, before I do another layer, I'll show you this effect here. If you click on effects, you have all these different choices here. I go to blur and then Gaussian blur. And as you can see, it blurs just this layer that I'm currently working on, okay? So I'm going to put this to about, let's say 4. Let's go with a little, yeah, 4 works, okay. We'll click OK. So you can see that it's kind of grayed out. I'm using that as a background. So now I'm going to create a new layer over here on the right side under layers. Now I'm on this layer. This is active. I'm going to change my text, or I'm going to select text again, and I'm going to select the color that stands out. So first let's go with let's go with blue for the first part. Now remember, you have to remember the image, or so the text size that you were using. So I think it was 28 here. I'll just confirm that. So as you can see, you can make it kind of like a 3D effect. I don't really like that blue color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use black for this. I want it to look nice. You know, just switch around with the colors. Find something that you think looks good. You know, I could have used a different text font style. for this one, but this is just, you know, you guys can fool around with it on your own. So here, I love working from home. Just want to find a color that's kind of like a nice calm color. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to rectangle select just so I can reset that tool. Click on text again. I'm going to change this to, I believe it was 22 for this text down here. Yeah, I'm going to change the color of this as well in a moment, so let me just type this out. Copy what I wrote below. As you can see, I did put a space here. 2 spaces, yeah. So I'm going to change this to orange. And so it stands out. And move it around so it looks good. Okay, so now I have the text. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a button because you want a call to action so that people are going to click through. So this is the ad that's going to show up on Backpage. I love working from home, no boss, no commute, and I earn as much as I want. So I'm going to create another layer here, and I'm going to go and grab another image, which is my button. So I'll open this. It's going to open it as a separate one. As you can see, it's pretty big. So I want to resize it. So I could resize it first, or I could resize it after. I'm going to do it right now so it's easier to move around. You can see the width is 738 pixels. So make sure this is still selected here. Maintain aspect ratio so that it's going to change the width and the height together. I'm going to put this at about, let's just try 350, be approximately half the size. And let me just go click. See at the top right here, you can go between the different images. So it's still a little bit big. Make it a little bit smaller. Let's go for 280. That's a bit better. So now I don't want all this stuff in the background here, but let's just let's do a test here. So Control A to select all, Control C to copy. If you're on your Mac, if you're on a Mac, it's going to be different, obviously. So let me paste it here. See, had I not created a new layer, if I had pasted it, I'll show you. Okay. If I was on this layer, let's say this layer with the lady, and I grab this and copy it. If I paste it over here, see what it does? It's because it's a PNG. It keeps that background. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. Go to the layer here that's blank. As you can see, as the PNG, it has a blank background. So since this is blank in the background as well, when I copy that and paste it here on this layer, it's not going to mess up any of my image. So learn more. Actually, what I can do as well. This is a cool little trick. I'll show you this. Let's go to this button. Go to Adjustments. Go to black and white. As you can see, it's very dark. Now the reason I'm doing this is I'll show you, and you'll see in a moment, but I'm just creating this black button. Copy that. I'm going to put it on this layer here. And you'll see why in a moment. It's going to make the button stand out a lot more. So now I'm going to go to Effects again. Go to Blurs, Gaussian Blur. Let's blur that a little bit more. Put it at about 8. Click OK. I'm going to go back to my button, click Undo a few times until I get back to my original color. I'm going to create a new layer. I always like to select this tool over here just to click somewhere else so it doesn't have anything selected. So I'll go and select all, Control A, copy this, paste it into my new layer, and as you can see, I can make it so it really stands out, so people see it. So it has that kind of grayed out background and it really pops up and they know where to click, obviously. So that's it. There's my, my image done, File. When you save as, what you can do is you can save this image as the format, which is paint.net, which is PDN, so paint.net. I recommend that before you save it as a PNG, to save this as a PDN. So what I'll do is I'll just go like this, PDN, so that I can see it, save it in that same folder. Okay, and then now I have that file to work with. If I ever want to uncheck any of these and go change my text or anything, you know, I could go and test different different text here in the on the image. So for now, I'm just going to keep all this stuff. So I have them all selected. File, save as, and save as type will be PNG. Okay. So I could call this like add one, and then save that. Click OK. It's going to tell you to flatten the image. So what it's done is combined all those different layers into just one single layer. So as you can see, I cannot edit any of it. But if I did want to edit it, I could just go File, Open. I can go to this one, which I saved as PDN, so I know it's the PDN. And there I have the layers again. So I could go and change anything that I want. Okay. So, but this one here, I'll just open it in my regular image software so you can see it. Guys, this video is not for showing you how to do it on Backpage. I do have other videos on my channel, so make sure you do subscribe and check it out. I got some Backpage software that I use. I have a couple videos on how to create the images a little bit better and how to host them, where to host them, and everything. So here's this one that's add one. I'll just go to preview. And yeah, that's my finished product. So, somebody's going to click through. I'll tell you that in your advertising, you want to target women because women will be 80% of your market, okay? So that's it for the video, guys. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know, if you have any other questions or anything, and I'll be glad to help. Make it a great day.